is Azhar bin Mohamad Amir. Introduction, Ethical Consideration in Offender Profiling. Offender profiling, also known as a criminal profiling, is a technique used by the law enforcement agencies to identify traits, behaviors, and characteristics of an unknown criminal based on the evidence left at the crime scene. While it can be a valuable tool in criminal investigation, there are several ethical implications to consider. One of the potential risks of using offender profiling is a potential for bias and stereotyping. Profiler may rely on assumptions, stereotype, or personal bias when creating profile, which can lead to false accusation and wrongful conviction. There is also risk of confirmation bias, where investigators interpret evidence in a way that confirms their preconceived notion about the suspect. On the other hand, the benefits of using offender profiling in criminal investigation include potentially narrowing down the pool of the suspect, helping prioritize lead, and providing insight into the offender motivation and behavior patterns. The ethical issues relate to profiling, including privacy concern, potential for bias, and impact on suspect. Privacy concerns arise when law enforcement agencies collect and analyze personal information about individuals who have not been identified as suspects in a crime. Profiling may involve gathering data from the various sources, such as social media, financial record, and personal relationship, without the knowledge of consent of the individual being profiled. This raises questions about the invasion of privacy and the potential for misuse of personal information. The issue of privacy infringement in the context of law enforcement activities revolve around the unauthorized collection and security of personal data pertaining to individuals who have not been implicitly linked to criminal activities. Analyze the role of cognitive bias in profiling and their effect on profiling accuracy. Cognitive bias play a significant role in offender profiling and can have a profound impact on the accuracy of profile created by law enforcement agencies. Cognitive bias are systematic patterns of deviation from rationality in judgment and decision making, often resulting from mental shortcut, heuristic, or preconceived notion. In the context of profiling, cognitive bias can affect how information is gathered, interpreted, and used to create profiles of potential suspects. One common cognitive bias in profiling is confirmation bias, where profilers tend to seek out information that confirms their preconceived belief or initial hypothesis about the perpetrator. Proposed strategies are several strategies that can be implemented to minimize ethical concern and bias in offender profiling in criminal investigation. Training and education. Provide comprehensive and ongoing training to profilers on the ethical standards, best practice, and potential bias associated with offender profiling. Training should focus on critical thinking skills, recognizing and addressing cognitive bias, and understanding the limitation of profiling technique. Professionals involved in offender profiling must undergo continuous and comprehensive training to ensure adherence to ethical standards and best practice within the field. Include relevant legal and ethical guidelines that govern profiling practice. Profiling can reinforce confirmation bias, where investigators may focus only on evidence that support the profile while ignoring contradictory information. This can lead a tunnel vision in investigation and may result in the wrongful conviction of innocent individuals. On the other hand, there are potential benefits of using offender profile in the justice system. Profiling can help law enforcement agencies prioritize lead, allocate resources effectively, and ultimately solve crime more efficiently. It can also provide valuable insight into the motivation and behavior of offender, which can assist in developing strategies to prevent future crime, including a policy to reduce the incidence of false confession. One important policy to reduce the incidence of false confession in criminal investigation is the implementation of video recording of custodial interrogation. This policy requires law enforcement agencies to record the entire integration process, from the initial questioning to the confession, to provide clear, accurate record of the interaction between the interrogator and the suspect. Video recording of interrogation can help to prevent conceived tactic, ensure the voluntariness of confession, and provide evidence to verify the accuracy of the confession. It can also help to protect the right of suspect and enhance transparency in the criminal justice system. Thank you.